you're spending the night with me.
Today I have a really simple face paint tutorial for you, and I'm also going to be going over highlighting, contouring, and masks in Photoshop, per the request of a few people in my latest Photoshop video. I start by painting my hair completely blue using a water-activated face paint, and I find that it works a little bit better using a sponge as opposed to a brush because you can really press the paint into your hair. I then slowly and gently blend that onto my forehead the best that I can, and also bring it down onto the contours of my cheekbones. In this video I did something I'd never done before. I tried to use foundation to blend out the edges of the face paint. I used a really loose stippling brush and it worked pretty well. Next I'm taking some yellow water-activated face paint and applying that to the inner upper corner of my eye, and also along the outer lower corner of my eye. I completely freeballed this and had no idea where I was going with it, so feel free to do the same. I then go over top of that with a little bit of dark blue. I use the same blue to fill in my eyebrows. And then I go back over that dark blue from earlier, trying to make it look more blue. Next, I kind of played around with my lips. I outlined my lips in a dark blue eyeliner pencil, and then I applied a yellow lipstick to the inner portions of my lips. Then with the dark blue that I used earlier, I outlined my lips on their regular lip shape, even though I overlined my lips. To make the yellow and the blue pop a little bit more, I then go over top of them with some face paint. I then paint the bottom of my ears yellow, and I paint my neck yellow, and also add a little bit more yellow above my upper lip. Next I added some dots. I'm just using the dark blue face paint I've been using over and over again, and I apply that wherever I see fit. Then I curl my lashes and add some blue mascara. Next, I took my favorite 3D glitter gel and applied that to my eyelids. This is cosmetic grade glitter gel, but it really burns my eyes, and I knew that I shouldn't have done this, but I did it anyway. Now I'm taking some white eyeliner and applying some more dots. And I then put in my favorite faux septum ring. And that's the final face paint look. I do my usual bridge process with my images. If you'd like to see how I do that, check out the description box where I've posted links to my 2 previous Photoshop tutorials. Now I've got my final image opened in Photoshop. First thing you always do is duplicate the background image, just in case you have any mess ups. But you shouldn't, because today we are using masks. Make sure you have the correct layer selected, then select the mask button, and it will create this white little box, which means you have a mask over top of your image. For these masks, I'm going to be using the brush tool, and I'm also going to be using white and black paint. First, make sure the mask is selected. Make sure black is on top, and now you can paint your mask. What the black does is it acts as an eraser, erasing anything your brush tool touches. Now let's say I went crazy and erased way too much of my image. Instead of hitting Command Z, all you do is switch your paint color to white and go over anything that you want to put back. You're not erasing the actual image, you're only erasing the mask, allowing you to have a lot more freedom with your images. So what I did here was I just erased my neck because I wanted to get rid of my neck. And I created a new layer, filled that in with black, and now it looks like my neck has disappeared. Now I'm going to move on to the rest of the face. I get off of that mask layer and go back to my regular image, and I'm going to be going back into the brush tool. I hit Alt and select a blue color from the top of my head. I make sure that brush is set to a super low opacity, and then I start slowly brushing a little bit more blue onto my hair. In all of these Photoshop tutorials, I like to reiterate that I do not edit my photos to this extent for my regular face paint looks. What you see is what you get, and you can see it for yourself in all of my video tutorials. Next, I add a little bit more yellow onto my upper lip. And then I start working with highlighting and contouring. To contour my face in Photoshop, I use the burn tool. I have that set to a very low opacity and hardness, and I go over any areas on my face that I would normally contour with makeup. I then like to darken the dark parts of my eyes a little bit. Make sure to remove any eye boogers. Make my eyelashes a little bit darker. Then I go in with the dodge tool and I highlight. I will make the whites of my eyes a little bit lighter. In this case, I wanted my upper lid to be lighter, And I then highlight my cheekbone. And as you can see, it is a ridiculous difference. I have a cheekbone after Photoshop. I add a little bit more highlight to my nose and my forehead. And then as a final touch, I touch up a little piece of my lip that was kind of bothering me. And that is the end of the tutorial. I hope that you liked this look. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also make sure to check out all my social media links below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!